All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to learn basic commands with terminal on Mac OS. And this will work on Windows as well. But if you're on Windows, check out my basic commands with command prompt, okay? Because I'm going to run the commands through there. Now, if you're on Windows and you want to follow along here, I recommend downloading a program called Git Bash, okay? And I will show you right now how to download that. Because Git Bash basically runs a similar, it runs exactly the same as terminal in terms of commands, okay? So let me go to Google. We're going to type in Git Bash, okay? And so Git Bash is an application for Microsoft Windows environment which provides an emulation layer for Git command line experiences. Bash is an acronym for Born Again Shell. A shell is a terminal application used to interface with an operating system through written commands, okay, which is what we were using in the previous video when we installed Python 3 with IDLE, okay? So this is where you can download Git Bash, and once you download that, so you'd hit download here, and we can grab this executable right here. I'm going to download that. Now I'm on Mac, so it's not going to install, but you'd save the file and then run the executable. And make sure if you're running 32-bit that you run that. If you have 64-bit, then run this one right here, okay? So that's how you get Git Bash. And again, the purpose of using Git Bash is so that you can run terminal commands, okay? Now, we're going to use a program on Mac called iTerm, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to download and install this. Because what iTerm does is it installs things that doesn't come default with Mac. So I'll show you, I'll go to Google first and we'll type in iTerm, okay? So iTerm is a full-featured terminal emulation program written for OS X using Coca. We are aiming at providing users with the best command line experience. Okay, so let me look at iTerm 2, okay? iTerm 2 is a terminal emulator for Mac OS that does amazing things, okay? iTerm 2 is a replacement for terminal and the successor to iTerm. It works on Macs with OS 10.14 or newer. iTerm 2 brings the terminal into the modern age with features you never knew you always wanted, okay? So you just click download here and then it will install. All right, I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it, but I wanted to show you how to do that so you can run iTerm 2 along with me. Now, if you're running terminal on Linux, then you're in good company because we can run the commands that I'm going to show you in Linux right now, okay? And for Git Bash, the cool thing about Git Bash is I use this all the time when I'm on a Windows machine. So I'm going to tell you that the game changer for me when I was learning front-end web development and Web 2.0 was when I learned terminal and then iTerm. iTerm really took me to the next level because with that, I can run even more than I could with just basic commands. So the very first thing I'm going to show you is how to interact with your computer, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to change the directory. So first I'm going to show you how to show a list. So I'm going to type in the letters LS, which is short for list, okay? And then I'm going to type in CD, which stands for change directory. I'm going to do a space, and then we're going to do desktop, okay? Now, if I type in the letters MKDIR, and I do test, you're going to notice something. Did you see it? There's a new folder there, okay? Now, let's make another one. So let's do make directory test2. There you go. Now, let's type in the word clear, okay? Now we have a clean iTerm or shell. Now I want to create a file. So let's type in touch test.py. And py is a Python extension. So we're going to create a Python file without even using the IDLE that came with Python. and without using a text editor, because I want to show you this part first, and then we're going to dive into the more robust text editor that you can use. Okay. So I'm going to hit enter, and you'll notice something. There it is. So now we have a file called test.py, okay, which is a Python file. Now if I type in the word nano and I do test.py, I can actually go inside and I can do print hello world. Okay, and then exit out of that. Yes. Okay. And then if I type in Python space test.py, guess what? You just ran your first script. There you go. Now, we're going to do this in the next video, but I just wanted to show you kind of how we can do that and have fun, but we're going to run it with the IDLE, okay? So this is one part of the step, okay? So this is what is really fun about using iTerm, is not only can you use it for creating directories or folders, creating files, but also editing files, okay? And as we get into it deeper, we'll be able to do a lot more than just those three things. So let's review real quick what I showed you. So first, we learned how to do list, okay? Then we did make directory. Then we did change directory, okay? We did touch, and then we did nano, okay? So I'm going to exit out of this, and then we'll create a file, okay? I'll do ls real quick, okay? So let's change the directory to desktop, and then let's do touch and do list.txt, so txt, and then do nano list.txt, and we'll do the following. So we did ls, which is list. We did make directory, change directory, which is change directory. Then I made a directory, make directory, and then we did touch, create file, and then nano, edit file. Okay, now if I type clear, and I don't think I put clear in there, so let's see if it opens. There we go. Ah, you like to work. Okay, good. And then we did clear. So clear shell. Okay. So I'll save that. We'll close it out. And now I'll open it up again just so you can see what we did there. And it should, there you go. So it cleared the shell. So basically we learned how to make a list so we can check all the files in our directory. We learned how to change the directory to go from the directory we're in to the desktop. We learned how to make a directory. We learned how to create a file. We learned how to edit a file, and we learned how to clear. Okay, so these are really the commands that you need to know in order to be successful with Python. The other command that we learned that I didn't mention was Python. Okay, run Python script. Now with this, what we did is if we just type in Python space test.py, it runs the command. So now we've run the script of test.py. Okay, so congratulations on that. The other command I'm going to teach you right now is exit. So if I type in exit, hit enter, we're out. Okay, and then I'll add that to our list here, and I'll save this on the desktop. Okay, exit iTerm. Okay, and there you go. Now you have a little cheat sheet for the different commands that we learned. So we learned list, change directory, make directory, create file, edit file, clear shell, run Python, script, and then exit iTerm. I'd say we did pretty well, so congratulations on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.